Welcome back to Villa Park then. Manchester City were the visitors tonight. Probably not best to start with the two ex-Birmingham players in the studio. We'll go with Paul because Leon Bailey deflected has made it 14 consecutive home league wins for Unai Emery's side.
Yeah, look, Villa are a really good team. A really tough place to go, and we didn't see all of the game, but what we saw of it, Villa did look like the team who were on top. A little bit of good fortune on the goal, but I think Bailey this season has been fantastic, a real threat. And Villa have got goals in the team. I think Arsenal go there at the weekend again. That's going to be tough. And City missing big players tonight. You think of Rodri. Rodri's a massive player for them. You see how important he is. You see they've missed him tonight. Everything goes through him. John Stones coming back in there, deflects off. Has missed a lot of football again. So it took him a little bit of time to come in, but it looked like a thoroughly deserved win for Villa.
Well, look at this. Not the completed passes, not the accuracy, the shots. 22 from Villa, 2 for Manchester City. They were both on target, the last of which was in the 11th minute. And let me tell you that in Pep Guardiola's managerial league career, that is the fewest ever of any of his teams in a game. 2 shots on target. Let's see what the City boss thinks about it all. Here he is, Pep Guardiola.
Pep, what was wrong tonight?
Aston Villa was better. So they played a fantastic game, and we struggled to make our process and be more aggressive in some moments in behind, and the better team won.
What do you think was missing from your game?
We played with our desire because the effort was there. They play better, and we struggled, especially in the first half. Like the second half was completely different. We adjust something like we spoke before that we didn't do that. And at the end, in the final third, the quality of the pass or the movement, we didn't find it all the game.
There's moments in that match where you had possession, where you had opportunities that you created early on in the game for Erling Haaland. But in terms of the overall control, is that the element that you didn't have tonight that you normally have? Because you made changes at half-time with where players were. You made, obviously, the substitutions in midfield as well.
The first 50-20 minutes was the best, but after they have the momentum, they arrive. They have a physical team. They make a good pressing. When they defend a mid and block, they incredibly well organized, so it's not difficult to find the pockets and the moments in behind. We struggle a little bit, but it is what it was.
You said after the draws that you were still happy with the level that your team showed. Are you more concerned by what you've seen tonight?
But it's a little bit consequences, so the fact that we didn't win the last 2 games, we're a little bit pressure here, but it's the quality of the Premier League, so the teams are exceptional, so I'm incredibly honest on myself and now a job, so the previous games we played really good. Today, Aston Villa was better.
You're going to have to raise your level then if the league has raised its level. Is that the challenge for your team now?
The challenge is go to Luton and try to win the game. That is another reality. We know perfectly what we have done, what is our level, and we have to, as a manager, have to find the way to lift them again and come back to. Always we find a way to win games. Always find playing better or not. And then now, in the way we played previously, we were not able to win. So that's why I had to find before it always happened, and now we're struggling a little bit.
Struggling a little bit. There are their last 9 Premier League results. They've gone 4 games without a win. That's the 3rd time in Pep Guardiola's managerial career he's gone 4 without a win. As he said, they're at Luton next. He's never in his league managerial career gone 5 games without a win. 3 points from the last 12, as you can see. By their own exceptionally high standards, they've dropped off.
Yeah, you mentioned it there, exceptionally high, and off the back of last season as well. They have had their injuries, but then so was the majority of the Premier League. We're seeing really high figures across the board. But what I thought was interesting on the stats was the XG, how high it was for Aston Villa, and with the and how low it was for Man City. So maybe been said that they've been leaking goals, but actually today it was both ends of the pitch that has made them struggle. And I think in the goal we saw there, Guardiola, I think he's maybe struggled as well coming in his first season, the expectations, and gets rolled. And, maybe if the players, I don't know, are off 5%, even 2%, those little margins across all the board, it adds up. And then not having Doku, Grealish and the main man, Rodri, they're all factors that make it harder in a league that's phenomenally hard at the moment.
People will say, well, you're the champions. You know, you've got Haalands and Fodens and all the rest. No De Bruyne, and you've kept winning. It's extraordinary this position Rodri has. 5 games he's missed, and they've lost all 5.
You know, I said that, Steve. He's such a big player for them. And, you know, when you're at big clubs, you have big squads, you think you might miss a player for a couple of games. Okay, we've got players to come in.
Well,
and
they kept winning without De Bruyne, arguably the best player in the league.
Yeah, but I think it just goes to show how important Rodri is. I think people underestimate. He stops attacking, he builds attacks as well. He gets involved in the game. He's not just someone there to protect the back four, because most of the time City's back four don't need protecting. They're normally in possession, and he starts all that. He's the one that comes through, almost like Busquets did at Barcelona, a little one-touch passing, nobody gets near him. Then that creates a space for people like Bernardo Silva, for people like Kevin De Bruyne. Don't forget, Kevin De Bruyne has been out for some time as well, so to get him back will be big. But I think, as Pep said there, the quality of the Premier League, it's so much better now. There's so many teams at the top of the table who can win games. You think how good Arsenal have got, how good Liverpool are, Tottenham, Aston Villa, as we've seen tonight. That there is a lot of quality, and even after his interview on Saturday, nobody's won the Premier League 4 times in the try. It's not virtually impossible, but it's proved to be impossible in the past. And in the past, and I wouldn't rule City out. I still think City are the one team in that top 5 or 6 who wouldn't surprise you if they went and won 20 games on the trot and won the league. It just wouldn't surprise me. I think people are going a bit over the top, saying they've got a bit complacent. I don't think they are. I think they've played 3 or 4 really tough teams, had a tough run and missed important players. And I think he'll get them going eventually. And like I said, they're the one team in that top 5 or 6 who can go on and win 20 games on a bounce. I don't see the other teams being able to do that.
Kevin De Bruyne, incidentally, named in their squad today for the World Club Cup, which is before Christmas. That's encouraging for Manchester City fans. Not as encouraging for Aston Villa fans, though, Mario. I mean, let's mention them. As I say, 14 home